rolling. All right, man. Welcome back to the Cap Room, man. I feel like this is the real start of the season. We're a couple days after Christmas. This is it. We're here. I got my Christmas mug. I'm still in the festivities for the holidays. I'm here. Hey, guys. Corey Young. Got Niles here.
What's up, y'all?
How you feeling, man?
It's after Christmas. The season has officially started. But niggas is about to get traded.
December 15th and past. A lot of trades can go down now.
Yeah.
But the way we start things here is we start with our cap of the week, man.
Yes, sir.
That's the title of the show says. And my cap of the week, I'm very passionate. I almost went off before these mics started rolling. You talking about Ja Morant. Ja Morant is the epitome of why they say these young players got to stop talking to Taylor Rooks, man. He is lying. You got a lot to worry about in the West. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies are 9-10 against the West this year. Yeah. Lost by 14 on Christmas to the Warriors. No Wiggins, no Steph, and my favorite team, the Mavericks. You are 1-6 versus Luka Doncic. 1-6, man. This is not a wake up call, Ja. You guys need to. Y'all talking too much. There's a lot of talking going over there. As Clay said, them boys was talking dynasty. Get out of here, man. That's my cap of the week now.
I don't like how you put that on Taylor Rooks specifically.
No, it wasn't. It's not Taylor's fault, but it is though. It is though. They just get up there and get the start.
They just get comfortable with her and just say anything. It's kind of just like when you with your homies and the pretty girl come around like, oh, you trying to be funny now, nigga? All right. You don't ever be doing all these jokes, but now you want to be funny.
Got all this extra sauce to say now in front of Taylor, man.
I feel it. My cap of the week is Denver Nuggets in the finals, bro. I think it's set in stone before the All-Star break. I think their size and length is too much for any other team in the West. I think Jokic is playing the best basketball probably besides LeBron and Luka right now in the West. And they're so good. And when they're shooting the three really well, there's literally nothing you can do because you have to put two on Jokic on the block. You have to. And, I mean, that team just gels really well. They're playing good defense. I think they're going to the finals.
And Jokic is looking like he could go 3-time MVP in a row.
Bro.
This is some Larry Bird shit he is doing. 45, 15, and 15 on Christmas Day.
Woo!
These guys, I mean, all right, let's get into the show, man. The Nuggets are playing amazing, but I want to talk about another team in the West. You just said another guy that Joker is playing on par with. Luka Doncic, man. Luka Doncic last night, he put up the only ever stat line of 60, 20, and 10. He dropped 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. I know we've seen it everywhere by now. We've seen these white men are dangerous everywhere by now. Luka's the best player in the world. I told you last night, I'm here to stamp it, man. But I don't even want – this isn't even about Luka. Okay. Luka's incredible. We all know that. The Mavericks need some help.
Whew.
This is getting – if Luka isn't going supernova, he's played like the MVP all year.
He
looks phenomenal. He's going to be an all-star starter. He's going to go first team all NBA, all that jazz. But that doesn't matter because they just went to the Western Conference Finals last year, and we don't look like a Western Conference Finals team this year. Not at all. We had a couple injuries recently, and Christian Wood's been starting, so we're on a 4-game win streak. And we look amazing with Christian Wood.
Exactly.
We said that in some
we said that before. First episode. Christian Wood needs to be a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's on the floor, you automatically now you actually have a threat that the team is worried Luka actually might pass the ball.
Right. And we've been seeing a lot of guys, and the Knicks didn't do it, but a lot of people double teaming that pick and roll. They know what Luka's going for.
Right.
And once the double team's coming in, it's been a lot of moments where Luka has some LeBron body language where he's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Reggie Bullock again?
Yeah.
This is what y'all got me working with.
Yeah.
And all summer, Mark Cuban said, don't forget, we got Frank Ntilikina. What is that about, man? The Kemba Walker signing, I'm just not sure. It's a lot of things. I think something's got to give.
What do you think, from a Mavs fan, what do you think they need on this roster?
A lot.
Like, as far as, like, personnel, like, what kind of players do you think they need?
Another ball handler, number one. I think last year our success with 3 ball handlers, Brunson, Dinwiddie, and Brunson was just amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Utah series, late in that Phoenix series, he was incredible. So, another ball handler, one. And then a big that can stay on the floor. I love Christian Wood, but there is some things that, he can't do.
I like the lineups with him and Dwight Powell out there together.
I think the Maxey lineup is ideal. Maxey's hurt right now because Maxey can stretch the floor, but I don't want Dwight Powell seeing the floor.
He didn't play bad last night though.
Dwight Powell is not good at basketball. No disrespect to Dwight Powell. Just the NBA, only 500 guys make it. I know that. It's like, I get it. It's only ever 5,000 players now. But Dwight Powell is so bad at basketball. They were like, let's sign JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee is a corpse. That contract is null and void now. I think they need an adequate rim defender. And, I mean, the pick-and-roll guy is there, Christian Wood, but I don't know if J. Kidd likes him. So my whole thing is, if J. Kidd doesn't like him, let's package it up. And Tim Hardaway, he's played okay during the stretch. I mean, he's had his moment. Tim Hardaway will give you a big 30-point night, 6 threes, and then we won't see him for 6 games. And you're just like, all right, this isn't there. I mean, Dinwiddie's there, but, I mean, the playmaking isn't what we got from Brunson. Some of the things but I definitely think another ball handler and another big that Jason Kidd can trust at least. Luka trusts Christian Wood. It's evident now that we have to play him because Maxey's out. And JaVale they know JaVale can't touch the floor anymore. But the wings are there. Josh Green's taking the lead.
He's good.
I think Reggie Bullock at $10 million. I mean, Reggie's shot is going to start falling. I mean, he's valuable for anybody. Tim Hardaway's valuable for anybody. I'm not a big Mavs guy that's always like, we got to keep Dorian Finney and Maxey. If the deal's out there where it's like the Trae Young rumors, or I don't know about Zach LaVine with Dorian Finney. It just depends on what it is, but maybe Zach LaVine would be dope with Luka. But it just depends on what we're keeping, what we're giving away. But, yeah, I just think, another ball handler would be essential. That's essential. I think the LaVine rumors are dope. Mavs Twitter is crazy with a lot of trade rumors.
What would be the trade for LaVine?
I think you can go starting with Tim Hardaway. I'm starting
with
Tim Hardaway.
I think you got to come off Tim Hardaway.
I would throw Christian Wood in there. I think I would throw Christian Wood in there. He's on expiring, and Jason Kidd doesn't want to play him. If we keep Dinwiddie, I think we get our 3 ball handlers again.
I'd rather get rid of Dinwiddie than Christian Wood.
I would too, but if you're looking on that end as a Bulls guy, not only do you want the assets, it's like, because we're gonna try to throw in like a Reggie Bullock or something like that. Tim Hardaway is a guy, he can play. I mean, as inconsistent as he is, it's like a Buddy Hield type. Somebody's gonna come back and try to get him. He's an asset that you can flip later at that price. But the Christian Wood thing, I think it's like, shoot.
I think
does he want to stay in Chicago? You can re-up one more year. You know what I mean? Play it out, see what it is.
Right.
And I just, again,
contract.
J. Kidd will not play him. He has to now.
Right.
And I just feel like if we got to go back to 3 ball handlers, no big like we did without the Zinger thing. Let's go ahead, get LaVine. We got Dinwiddie, and let's run it with our wings. You know what I mean? And Maxey will be healthy for the run.
LaVine and Luka would be nice.
It would be great.
Luka throwing Zach LaVine the lob?
Come on, man.
Ooh.
And you know what I mean? And those doubles start coming, and you start throwing the weak side like you did with Brunson. LaVine on the other side of those weak side kickouts. You're getting cooked.
That's a good team.
I mean, this is a 2K team. People would say. I mean, there's a lot of things how ball hungry LaVine is, how he's played with DeRozan. But I would love that. That's a better option than anything. And I guess as a Mavs fan, we took our swing with Porzingis, so the next swing has to be the swing. It got to be right. I don't want it to be wrong.
I would want to see Luka with Zach LaVine on the wing in a 7-game series, man.
Well, you already don't want to see Luka in a 7-game series.
Exactly. I already don't want to.
Imagine if oh my God.
Zach LaVine is the second guy to Luka? I like that.
And I loved how active he was on defense when they first got the ropes and Lonzo's out there, Caruso. I'm just thinking about the Josh Green,
that's the thing with
with
Zach LaVine right now. I think it's probably kind of a little hard to play inspired. You know what I'm saying? I think Dallas would give him kind of a new pep in his step type situation.
You saw everybody, even Vucevic on the Bulls, he was tweeting about Luka's 60-point game, and he was trying to get thrown in that trade. But no, even a secret move I think we should make, because we could package up the Dwight Powell and maybe another asset and go ahead. Rashawn Holmes is sitting on the bench in Sacramento, and he's a great role man. He would be a very solid rim defender, and I think a great
can grab a board like nobody's business, dog. Very athletic. Very athletic.
So, I mean, that's a couple moves. I think the wings, if you keep him Finney and Green at least, I feel like we can go for it. And LaVine becomes a big wing himself. No, he's a guard. He's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, you can put Finney Smith at a stretch 4.
Hey, man, Finney, we've been beat. Hey, Finney, we gonna get you some help next offseason, but if we trying to make a run this year, Finney. We put a lot on Finney, and I think that's why a lot of people don't want him to be traded because it's like he's our most versatile.
He does everything.
So it's just like I don't know. We'll see what happens, man.
I'll be real. I hope it doesn't happen because I don't like white excellence. But hey, if the Mavs can pull it off, it'll be fun to watch in the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, man. But moving on, another team. I've been so passionate about. I just want to move across the coast because they just won again, 10 in a row.
Oof.
The Brooklyn Nets. I mean, these guys
10 straight.
Come on, man. They were in hysteria. They won 10 straight. I had them at 9-1 before this. I was like, their last 10 games, they were 9-1. But this team's now won 10 straight. They came back versus the Hawks. It was a little sticky there. I was just watching that game before we got here on air. But they are rolling. Jacque Vaughn is 21-6 since he's taken over as the head coach. KD and Kyrie, they just look unguardable at this point. They beat the Cavs, the Bucks. They beat the Warriors by 30 during this stretch. They're just whooping everybody. KD and Kyrie.
Damn, they beat the Bucks by 18.
Yeah.
That's a big win.
Yeah, this team, they're rolling. And KD and Kyrie just look, both shooting 50, 40,
right.
90.
Their last loss was to the Celtics.
Yeah, and that's the game now I want to see because the Celtics are clearly the best team in basketball.
Exactly.
And I think that's the game we all want to see. We saw it earlier. Now they're rolling. Everything's clicking. And I want to say, I think it's Watanabe. I think the key might be Watanabe. This kid's playing out of his mind the last 10 games for them. He wasn't so hot tonight, but the last 10 games, he's playing over 20 minutes, averaging 10 points a game, shooting 56% from three on about 4 attempts a game. Nice sample size. He's a big body out there. They're not playing as clunky all the time when they want to go with just one or the other. They can go Claxton or Ben Simmons. They like that lineup right there. And I was telling you before, I think Steph Curry and Joe Harris have become expendable now.
Yes.
They're like, hey, we got KD and Kyrie that shoot over 40%. We got this new kid now that shoots 50%.
Man.
He can play some defense. Oh, come on.
I go
here too much money.
I honestly would use the two of them, bro, and maybe go get some more depth to protect the rim. Because
more flexible bigs. A Miles Turner type of guy.
Right. Because I will say this. Boston and Brooklyn are playing really well, but if Giannis gets the whole squad healthy, I don't know, bro. I don't.
No, Giannis is the best. I mean, I don't want to contradict myself. Luka Doncic.
He's the best basketball player in the world, bro.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's not right.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 45 and 22 tonight with no Chris Middleton and no Drew on the court. You know, still almost won the game.
He was fighting Supernova DeRozan.
Exactly. And so it's just like he gets that whole team back healthy. Where Bobby Portis doesn't have to be the second leading scorer. This team, Bobby Portis is the second leading scorer over the last week or so.
See, but think about this. I've been saying it for a while. I think they thought this was like a ball don't stop take that the Nets were still a finals contender this year. They everything clicking, and I think we're seeing exactly.
Why wouldn't they be? They're two top 10 guys.
Two top 10 guys,
and one of them is probably having one of his best seasons statistically in KD.
Durant is going supernova. He's playing like an MVP. Like the MVP discussion is like 7 deep right now.
It is,
and KD's playing out of his mind. And when you got Kyrie playing like this, I just saw Kyrie close these guys out. I think he had like 15 in the fourth.
Exactly.
Just now against the Hawks, they're playing out of their mind. And this team, KD with a bunch of guys not even on this part, without a Royce O'Neal, without a Watanabe.
We're staying above water.
And he was toe-to-toe with a Greek freak. On that same year, he went to a finals.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody wants to see a healthy Nets team rolling into the finals.
I wouldn't.
Like this. Even if you are Milwaukee. Even if you are Jason Tatum going, bro, I just swept them last year.
Yeah.
That ain't the same dude.
It's not the same.
Last year.
It's not the same. And then it's kind of like, man, let's say Ben Simmons starts to have a little hot streak or something. Then this team's unstoppable.
Ben Simmons, the last 10 games, has over 7+ assists. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, his assists and rebounds are great. Yeah, he's getting 7 or 8 assists or 7 or 8 rebounds every game.
Yeah, I think he's like an 8 and 8 guy on both those. I think the shots there. He's in his Charles Barkley says triple single mode. He's in his full Draymond bag now.
Yeah.
But that is what we thought he would be. Souped up Draymond and even more effective because I see him now. I saw him today, even getting it in transition, trying to push the ball, being aggressive, getting to the basket.
Let's say he gets to a point where he's getting 12 to 15 a game every night.
Right. You get a big playoff game, And he's had those moments. I was just telling the homie, like, he's had those moments. And I said it was a couple years ago, but I'm thinking about even in that Raptors series, Game 6, to push it to 7.
Right.
He had a huge game there. So I just think, man, this team is definitely dangerous. I love what the Nets are doing. Shout out to Jock Vaughn, getting very flexible. Yeah, get those shooters out of there, man. You're paying both them guys over like $15 million.
Make some trades.
Yeah, get
some rim protection so KD's not having to play the 4 and the 5 all the time.
But he's like, hey, he's out there active, boy.
Yeah.
He threw one into the stands today.
Yeah, I'd rather have KD doing more of that in May, June. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't need him doing all that.
Preserve your guys. All right, a guy that got preserved tonight, we were talking about it earlier. Trae didn't play in this game tonight. And a random post came out about Trae, I think a week ago, going, hey, somebody thinks Trae's gonna ask for a trade next.
Woo!
Yeah, over his last 10 games, Trae's averaging 26 and 11. He's playing fine.
What's he shooting from the field though?
He's 41% from the field. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit.
What about the 3?
He's throwing it out. I think he's 33% from 3. Yes, he is 33%.
Taking a lot of shots.
They're 4-6. Well, 4-7 now in their last 11 games after this. DeJounte's playing good, but that is not meshing well as we all thought.
I thought it was gonna be a little different.
Yeah, they were smacking people in the head. DeJounte was cussing out Paolo. There was a nice energy about this team, but the same things are still there. John Collins isn't a good fit on this team.
I don't think there's enough space.
Yeah, I saw John Collins go out for Jay Crowder, fake trade, something like a Jay Crowder type of guy going in there, just more spacing. I don't think Jay Crowder's the super answer for this team.
No, he could help though.
Yeah, something like that. Bogey's in there playing more minutes.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hunter hurt right now. He's been out this whole stretch.
Right.
So but this guy, he's been hurt throughout this whole little run now.
Yeah.
They had him during the playoff run, but it's like, God, they didn't have him during the playoff run. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the answer for this team. I know they like the young guys on this team, AJ Griffin.
Yeah.
You said you didn't think trading Trae was the answer. You don't think they would trade.
I don't like trading your best player.
I don't either. Because what do you getting back?
Yeah. What team? There's only so many point guards in the league better than Trae.
Right.
So unless you're getting like a Ja or a Dame or I can't even name. I'm trying to think. Ja, Dame, Steph.
Okay, so let's go.
And you're not getting any of those guys.
I'm gonna throw out some crazy hypotheticals.
Okay.
Because I wanted to throw out the Mavs one, but I just thought about this.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about this team next.
Yeah.
But the Sixers have a Maxey issue.
I see that.
Recently.
I see where you're going.
Do you think Trae Young? But this is the whole thing with Trae. Trading him to. He has to play off the ball. You have to understand some type of Steph Curry, Darius Garland, even Darius Garland, who's that type of body type, same type of game. He's even understands, hey, I got to play off ball more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I get it, my catch and shoot game is crazy. Trae doesn't seem to still understand that. As great as a playmaker as he is, and you still got DeJounte. So, Maxey, Tobias Harris. I think Capella might have to be in this. I wanted Capella in a Mavs trade, but I'm just thinking about they love Okongwu over there.
Yeah,
that just seems to be the way they're going.
So Capella and Trae Young for Tobias Harris and Maxey.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take another contract. It might have to be some DeAnthony Melton in there or something like that, or maybe a Matisse thrown in there.
Harden and Trae though, that could get sloppy.
It could be, but it could also be.
It also could be crazy though.
Oh man! But it's my same thing. Harden and Trae. You said it could be. That's my whole love of. If you like Luka and Trae.
Yeah.
I think you like Harden and Trae. Because it would be almost the same game, man. Harden would still have to be the playmaker.
Harden has to play point guard.
Yeah, the best.
If it clicks though,
as great as a playmaker as you are. You got to play off ball.
Yeah,
you just do.
Yeah,
I'm here now. Hey, bro, I'm gonna get you some of the easiest, and that's what I'm even saying about the Luka thing. I'm gonna get you some of the easiest shots
you ever got. Yeah,
but these are our pipe dreams. I feel like
right.
Think we should be thinking about John Collins trades more. So
John Collins trades.
Yeah, I think we should be.
Yeah,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I definitely.
Trae Young got to making all that trade for.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like John Collins could get traded. I could see
He's at about $20 million. He's trending on Trade Machine.
What do you think Indiana would take John Collins?
I don't think Indiana should trade anybody right now. I love Indiana. I thought they should have been tanking, but I even like the Rick Carlisle style of like, hey man, I got two boys, Mathurin and Halliburton, that's gonna just go off every night. I still think maybe they should trade the vets, get Buddy and Miles off this team.
I think they should,
and just try to maybe get a couple extra picks and just. We got to focus on the middle of the draft. Hope we get some Desmond Baines in here or something like that. But no, I don't. So you're saying John Collins in there?
Because I would like him and Halliburton playing together.
Do you? Okay. Halliburton. I'm not mad at that. Nice pick and roll game.
Yeah.
All right, let's put the Hawks in the trade machine. Nice pick and roll game. And you're saying the Pacers.
I mean, because like we were like I don't see them trading Trae.
Right. No.
Even if he wants to go, I don't see it happening. But if that Sixers thing did happen, bro, if Trae and James click, that makes things so easy for Embiid. Oh my God, you can't double him at all.
And I don't think they should make. And we'll get to the Sixers, but yeah, Trae. This is all on the Trae thing. Trae's adaptability. So if we're going to the Pacers, which one of these vet guys are you more so thinking? Are you thinking of Buddy? And Buddy's not is just a 3-point specialist. It isn't like he's a 3-and-D specialist.
Yeah.
And then you got Miles Turner who can protect the rim.
Yeah.
And shoot from three. But I think at that point, that's when you got to go like, where are we flipping Capella to?
Right.
Because am I trading John Collins out for a backup? Am I just getting them out of here? I think that's why why there's a lot of talk about Jay Crowder. Am I taking John Collins out and getting the back? Because anybody in Indiana, I don't feel like
they don't start. You don't even think Buddy would start on that team?
I mean, we got two guards already. We got DeJounte and we got Trae. Do I put him at the 3? I need DeJounte Hunter out there when he's healthy.
Yeah.
And at this point, AJ Griffin, the rookie, he's a great 3-and-D guy already.
He is, yeah.
It's like, what are my sacrifices? Do I push one of my guys to the 4? You know what I mean? That's the flexibility. And I think that's why the Jay Crowder, is there a guy out there?
The Jay Crowder thing is interesting, though.
Is there like a Kelly Oubre move? I don't think send John Collins to the shadow realm of Charlotte. But I
wouldn't wish that on nobody. You know they're the only team that hasn't played on Christmas in the NBA.
I did see that stat. I know people
that's
Michael Jordan.
That's gross.
Yeah, nah, it's sick. It's sick.
Free LaMelo, bro.
Free LaMelo. All right. Well, we could figure out a trade destination. I do want to talk about. We were just getting to them, the Sixers.
Yeah.
The Sixers, man. Joel Embiid. We talking about how deep this MVP race is. They lost to the Wizards last night, but Joel had 48 points, man. He and Harden are playing out of their mind. Harden's averaging 22 and 13 in this stretch, 41% from 3. Everybody's shooting. You talk about how deep you think the Nuggets are. This team is as deep as advertised. Melton.
When they're playing, they are. Yeah.
Yes. And Maxey hasn't been playing, and I think that's the whole thing, my whole conundrum right here.
Right.
Maxey, as great as I love this Sixers team.
He had a great playoffs last year.
I mean, he's dropping 40 pieces, and the ability to play slow and methodical hard and just play up-tempo and fast with a guy like Maxey. I mean, it's so incredible. But that gives me to my point of like, Doc Rivers hasn't shown the ability to be like, I can adjust rotations and I can match up this roster perfectly. I think the best thing that's happened for Doc is the Maxey injury, and it's been more clear for him and Harden and Embiid are just meshing. That pick and roll is nasty. Yeah. He's just Harden is just become. He's in the second half of whatever he's become now.
Right.
Like he is looking nasty.
He's playing great.
Oh my God, got a little bit of back to him,
mm-hmm.
But the Maxey thing. I don't trust Doc to be able to figure it out. So my question is, it's like Maxey or Doc at this point for me with this team. For this team to reach its true potential of being able to compete with Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Boston.
Yeah. Man, the East is deep.
I think that's when it cuts off for them because I don't.
Milwaukee, because you got Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland, and Philly.
Yeah, that 4-piece. And see, the Cleveland thing is if Evan Mobley becomes like Kevin Garnett in the next 3 months, that's a different story. But right now, I think all 4 of those teams in the 7-game series would send those guys to hell, those little guards.
Right.
But no, Philly took Maxey or Doc, man. Maxey or Doc. Is it Daryl Morey? Is it Maxey or
Well, the easier.
Doc?
I mean,
I can bring Mike D'Antoni right in here. I can reunite the whole squad. Do what I want to do anyway. Get out of here, Doc. I know. Hey, we gonna figure it out because that little Maxey run. Boop, 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 boop.
Because
I think
Maxey's so. I just would not want to. I wouldn't want to come up off of that.
It's the same thing with Trae. What am I getting back if I get Maxey out of it? Even if I put Tobias in it, it's like, man.
And I don't know if you want to put Tobias in it.
Well, Tobias is playing. I mean, he's the most expensive fourth option in the league, but he's shooting. I think 38%. Yes, he's shooting 38% from three.
Yeah.
He's averaging 16 in his last 10. I mean, Maxey. Oh man, I really love me some Maxey. I don't think they should trade him.
He's great.
But do you fire Doc middle of this thing, or do you just rat this whole thing out? Because I just can't see.
They're not gonna fire Doc because they're not playing bad enough.
I know, but the Maxey isn't in now, and I know everybody's seeing like, all right, this chemistry is crazy, and a lot of people. I heard Zach Lowe, heard Mike Wilbon say, should Maxey come off the bench?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's the answer at all.
I don't think that's the answer here. I think it's easy, and maybe in a guy like Doc's mind, be like, yeah, man, I guess we got our second punch. No, I need my bus. No, that's not what we. So I don't know. Bringing in a better offensive mind here would be my answer. Not trading Maxey.
Right.
I think this team can compete with anybody with this roster right now.
I do too.
And it's just about getting down. I just don't want to see a guy like, oh my goodness. I don't want to see him beat in a 7-game series if he's healthy. Nobody does. At any point, he could be the best player in the world.
Yeah, nobody in the East can guard him but Giannis.
And I think it's tough for the big boy Giannis.
It is.
Yeah, and it's the same, and it's vice versa as well. I think it's vice versa as well. But
right.
Man, this team is incredible. Harden playing like this. I'm excited to see if they look back when Maxey is back. So, man, please, Doc. Oh my goodness, please, Doc. Please
figure it out.
Yeah, return to prominence, Doc. You got a chip. Know you could do this. All right. Did you want to talk about your favorite team?
No.
What? What?
There's nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Jeannie and Rob, what the fuck, man? I don't understand. This is why you the brokest owner in the league.
This is why.
It's no moves have been made. We can't tank. We don't keep those lottery picks.
Right. You can't. If you tank, then the Pelicans might go to the finals and draft Victor Wembanyama.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, we don't need to be helping other niggas.
No.
So make some moves, man. And I don't give a fuck about picks in 2027. Mm-hmm. Them kids is eating fish sticks in middle school right now.
Yeah.
So we something has got to give, bro. LeBron is having an amazing season right now. Mm. If we could be a top 5 team in the West, I feel like LeBron would be in the MVP conversation.
LeBron's playing incredible.
It's incredible. He's about to pass Kareem.
Yes.
He's like 600 points from passing Kareem. That's like 25 games. He's going to pass Kareem by like March, if not earlier than that. Mm-hmm. And so it's just like, I don't know, man. Russ has to be traded. Because what else is he going to do? Nobody's taking Beverly or none. They showed everybody how bad they are.
Minnesota might take. I mean, I heard there was a rumor Bev wanted to go back. I don't know if that was a ball.
What are they going to take? How are they going to take him? What are they trading for Beverly?
Yeah. You're right.
And Kendrick Nunn
is getting DNP.
What Trump be saying? China.
he's a
bro.
Shanghai All-Star.
Kendrick Nunn played so bad, nigga. People was tweeting at him Walmart applications. And niggas was telling him to get his CDL, bro.
Yeah, it might be time. No.
That's fucked up. And I don't like when people do that kind of shit because I do think Kendrick Nunn is a good basketball player. He had some really bright spots with Miami. He was out for a whole year, and he's finding his rhythm. And it's like
the wrong team to be trying to
exactly. You can't find your rhythm on this team. We're trying to win, and I honestly think Schroeder could be good, but he's not going to be good in a lineup with him, Russ, and Beverly on the floor.
Yeah.
And so it's just like
lineups are redundant. Darvin Ham is it's playing small ball 5 games in the Christmas. There's a bad Hornets loss. There's a lot of just.
And the crazy thing is, even with all that, I still think we should be 500 right now.
Yeah, I think you're better than your record set. A little bit better.
That's the crazy thing about it.
As bad as his roster is, but as great as when AD was healthy, because AD's out again.
Yeah.
And as great as LeBron is playing right now, yeah, I think you guys,
They have to trade Russ, bro. It's like Russ isn't playing bad.
No. Just
but
had a triple double the other night.
Yeah,
last night, not tonight, but last night he had a triple double.
He's worth $47 million. He's the highest paid guy on the roster. You got to get that contract off, and you got to get something for it.
Yeah,
it's just to the point where that's the move that has to be made. AD's hurt. You're not gonna trade LeBron. You'll never. LeBron could be 40. You're never gonna get the value back for that guy.
No.
So you have to trade Russ.
And he's making subtweets in the media as we speak.
He basically said, "I want out."
Or somebody got to get out.
He said somebody got to get the fuck out of here. You may not go home, but you got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get the packing, bro.
So that's all I have to say about the Lakers. Jeannie and Rob, come the fuck on, bro.
All right. Late show. We're figuring it out. All right. We're about that time, man.
Yeah.
Game of the week is how we're going to close things out here on the Cap Room. I'll let Niles find his game of the week while I get to mine. There's a lot of good games this week, but on Sunday, I am super excited. This is a finals preview to me. Celtics Nuggets.
Ooh!
Yeah. We got the Joker.
Jokic going for 40.
Come on, man. Hold on. We got Time Lord is healthy. Robert Williams is out there healthy. Grant Williams and those guys. I'm excited to see Joker versus this Boston defense. There's going to be a lot of playoff energy in there. I'm excited to see how the Nuggets are going to match up against Tatum and Brown. That's just hard to defend. Throwing KCP and Aaron Gordon and those guys out there against them. You talking about the Nuggets, that's your finals pick. You think that you doubling down on they can go to the finals. So I'm definitely excited to see this Nuggets team. They are rolling. They're playing out of their mind. They're literally beating the Kings right now in a back-to-back up 11 in the fourth right now as we speak. But no, I'm excited. This is my game of the week. Super excited to see this. A lot of greatness to see here. So, Celtics Nuggets. Now it's game of the week.
Friday night in New Orleans, Sixers at Pelicans. I think it's gonna be a good one.
That's a nasty game. Zion, Embiid, Harden. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what the Sixers look like on the road out west. How they gonna play?
Yep.
And then for Zion, he's just having such a good season.
Yeah, big comeback win tonight.
Right. So to have a good game against Philly, I think that would be great for the Pelicans. And they're doing all this without their number 2 guy. Mm-hmm. Brandon Ingram is not playing with that toe injury right now.
BI is out. Yeah, and that would be exciting to see about CJ's there. So I'm excited to see them. And then my guy Trey Murphy.
He's playing good.
Hey man, I wish he could win. There's a lot of guys that most improved, but Trey Murphy is a guy that I'm loving right now, man. And that's my whole fucking math point, Nico. Look at all these good ass guys we got, but hopefully we turn it around just like they did.
Trey Murphy had 21 tonight. Went 5 for 6 from 3.
Yeah. Literally, like it's like they BI's been every time BI's out, and I just see some lanky guy out there dunking on people, shooting from 3, being feisty on defense. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking Trey Murphy. This dude's amazing. So
damn, I didn't know Giannis had 43. I mean, not Giannis. Zion had 43 tonight.
No,
shit.
I'm telling you, literally, bro. They were down in the third at one point. That whole fourth quarter, Zion just went supernova. But all right, we could do some Zion talk next week after that game.
For sure.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Cap Room, man. We will be back. The season has started. We are here every week now. Please tune in. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Please tell another basketball fan we're here to stay.
Hell yeah.
Ew.
That was good.